Hey, welcome back to Father and Son React to Death Battle. Today is
I was just pointing out that the game hasn't started yet.
Yes, I know. There's a bunch of. It's a big weekend. Sports. Two hype fights, and this was hopefully going to be the better of them. A lot of people complaining about the Tyson Paul fight.
You know what? I can say that's great about this versus Tyson. Netflix isn't ready to do streaming yet. Mm-hmm. They can't do live streaming. I guess half the people that tried to tune into the Paul fight, 20 plus million people, households,
yes,
had problems. So they better get it fixed before Christmas Day for football, because they're broadcasting Christmas Day.
But this is not about that. This is about
the important fight.
This is about the important fight: Bowser versus Eggman.
Yes, and I have a take on this one.
What's your take?
My take is tech over strength. That's just my view of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, my take is magic over tech.
Yeah, and that's fine. Magic, but real.
But for the record, I wouldn't be mad about either one winning because I like them both. But
you didn't like that?
What? I didn't hear you.
Magic, tech, but real.
That's true. I mean, yeah, it definitely feels like a lot of tech is not living up to its promises these days. All right, episode's about to begin. Remember to support Death Battle's official release.
Yes.
I mean, if you watching this and you haven't seen the real thing, like,
of course,
that's odd, but you know,
we'll always make sure that we plug their plug.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
6,
5, 4. I'm excited for this one. It's supposed to be big.
Yeah, this should be epic.
Mm-hmm.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap and Prize
A little bit of volume. Up a little bit.
Bowser versus Dr. Eggman,
the king of the Koopas and the baddest of badniks. And they're not alone.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Ah, the Mushroom Kingdom. A peaceful land of kindness, adventure, love.
Ah, boring. Move aside, princess. It's time this place got way more awesome. Here comes King Koopa himself, better known as Bowser.
The moment this orphan star child was found by Kamek, it was clear Bowser would command the disparate outcasts of the Mushroom world. The Koopa Clan.
Sadly, not everyone's born a toad, and they treat these critters like monsters, fated to a life of infinite jump farming for one-ups.
Bowser wanted a different world, but Princess Peach Toadstool would never allow the evil king's day in the sun. Her light was so bright, Bowser became infatuated with her.
So he turned all the toads into bricks and kidnapped her, putting their princess in another castle, and another, like 40 years of castles, only to be released if she agrees to marry him and his dad bod.
Yet he was foiled time and time again by those pesky Mario brothers. However, Bowser is nothing if not persistent.
Look at him! Dude's built like a brick house strapped to a saw trap. That spiked shell takes a lot of punishment. Not even the weight of a castle can scratch it, especially when he rolls up like a prehistoric Beyblade.
And the Koopa King doesn't just breathe fire and control lava, he commands nature itself.
Spitting meteors from outer space, beckoning the earth with a snap, inhaling torrents of wind, straight up calling down lightning. What else has he got?
Oh, just a little dabbling in dark magic.
Hell yeah. Wizard Turtle.
The original NES manual even describes him as a sorcerer king. Magic is how he turned the toads into bricks, only countered by the princess's heart magic.
But that's not all the magic he's mastered. Telekinesis, creating perfect clones, reanimating his undead skeleton, and worst of all, ruining every game of Mario Party.
Yes.
No. I stole those coins fair and square.
Bowser spent decades hoarding treasures, coins, magic star rods, warships, clown cars, you name it. This is the same guy that created multiple flying castles fashioned after his own face.
Yeah, he's definitely got an ego on him. He's talked about having a 4-digit IQ, but I've seen this moron put death traps in his own backyard. A man after my own heart.
Despite his clumsiness, Bowser's charisma and leadership brought many to his side. Not enough to defeat Mario, but his army doesn't make it easy on the Red Plumber.
They're the most wicked band of misfits this side of World 8-4.
So I guess this would
the
come down
Koopa
to...
Troop.
An army
This is an army fight, which is one thing I'm really excited about, because they haven't done this in Season 1.
Yeah, well,
The Troopas, and the
so
others
who's more
make up the
powerful,
infantry.
Sonic
Some
or
in wings,
Mario?
some in
I
shields,
personally
some
believe
even
Mario,
in
but there are
race
plenty of
cars.
people
They're
who
the
would
red
say
shirts,
Sonic.
first in
Yeah,
and
so that's when you
out.
get into...
bloopers and lakitus.
But also, these characters are going to be bringing in more, like, abilities, not just pure strength, speed, etc.
Yeah, but Mario can defeat and Sonic can defeat, so who's more powerful between those two? And then you have your answer to
Kamek and
this
King
one.
Boo both have magic, but Blue has battlefield control with illusions and destabilizing dimensions, while Kamek focuses on buffing allies, canceling enemy powers, summoning anything he desires.
Or swapping my items to screw up my Mario Party lead. Not again.
Speaking of items, most of the minions can use pretty much any power-up Mario can. The Goombas make frequent use of Tanuki tails, and Bowser can really get into the cat role play. But as the Koopa Troop grew and grew, it started to feel less like an army and more like a family unit.
Oh, you mean like his kids, the Koopalings?
They're adopted.
What's the difference?
Good point. Bowser took them in and even trained them in dark magic.
Though no one's as spoiled as his natural Nepo baby, Bowser Jr., captain of the Koopa Troop.
Spoiled is an understatement. Remember his escapades as Shadow Mario? He terrorized Delfino Plaza with literal evil paint. That whole debacle was basically his attempt at elementary school art class.
And I bet Bowser still has some on the fridge. But really, the king is very protective
Yeah,
of his kids.
he does have a pretty good group surrounding
He
him.
can will himself to transform into a giant kaiju, all to crush whatever bullies tug and smack.
Maybe a little overkill. Just one punch from Giant Bowser launched a castle out of orbit. Taking into account the flight path and the scale of their universe, Bowser's punch was a force of over 125 trillion tons of TNT. Considering how Yoshi punted poor Raphael the Raven so hard he exploded into a constellation of stars, this isn't even close to Bowser's full strength.
So don't bully his kid, especially if he falls into some of Bowser Jr.'s set of black paint. That stuff's scary.
Enough to unleash Bowser's Dark Fury, a form whose very steps cause widespread natural disasters.
Okay, seriously, how does Mario ever beat this guy? He's like Godzilla, Doctor Strange, and John Cena all in one big turtle.
We're not even to the best part. Bowser's dark magic became so potent he eventually learned how to warp the very fabric of reality.
Anything the king imagines, he makes happen. He turned all of Yoshi's Island into a storybook. And remember those painted worlds in Mario 64? Yeah, he made those. And the staircase that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh God, does anyone know how to BLJ?
He also stole ultra-powerful items like the Wonder Flower, which can mold reality like Play-Doh, and the Dream Stone, which can be used to wish someone out of existence.
But his most iconic thefts are those big shiny power stars.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Infant power stars, aka Lumas, can become whole galaxies. They also ferried Mario across the universe in 3 seconds. That's 489 quadrillion times light speed.
Obviously, the Big Daddy Grand Stars are even crazier. Bowser used one to power his space kingdom, but then guess who showed up to ruin everything? It's a him!
And when the Grand Star was freed, it caused a chain reaction that destroyed the entire universe.
This is one of the most crazy things that happened to Mario.
Yeah.
Showed up to save the day.
Not that Bowser needed saving. He's been swallowed by another black hole and thrown into a star that went supernova.
Imagine if this crazy OP fire turtle had to fight himself. Oh wait, he did, and he beat the hell out of him.
With all his power, it's a wonder he still hasn't conquered the Mushroom Kingdom. Perhaps it's because his visions of grandeur were never really what he sought. Surrounding him is a crew of outcasts and miscreants like him, ride or dies that can't be swayed against him.
Oh, are you saying he's secretly happy because he's got a big monster family now?
Yes, but also when they actually worked together, they legitimately conquered most of the known universe. So...
he's a baddie through and through, who will teleport through space and time to show you what's what. Because he's no ordinary Koopa. Make way for the king!
Hell yeah.
I like that. I like the pile of bodies.
By Prize Picks.
Prize Picks.
Prize Picks is the best place to get
Bowser's
really
got it,
sports
man.
action.
I mean, I want to see what Eggman's got, but
yeah.
That's right, Boomstick. No need to worry about going up against.
I mean, he can just turn Eggman into bricks.
All you gotta do is pick
I don't know,
more or less on
let's
2
see.
or more
You know?
players, and you're up for a shot to win big.
As someone who spends literally all of his time running numbers,
I like that they
around,
included
in
Mario
every
Party
game,
stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty
system
funny.
that takes a
Yeah.
lot of the guesswork out and lets you actually win through skill.
Yeah, like how they've got an actual injury insurance policy. As in, injuries don't ruin your lineup. It's crazy this isn't more common. It's already saved my butt for sure.
And withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. I can get my money in as little as 15 minutes.
So this is just
Download
sports
the app
gambling?
today and use
Yes.
code
Well,
to get
whatever.
$50 instantly
Whatever gets
after
them-
you
gets
play
the
your
money.
first $5 lineup.
Hey,
That's code
Yeah.
DEATH to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5
I'm
lineup.
nervous about these kinds of
Prize
things.
Picks.
Whenever
Run your
well,
game.
I view it as it's one of the greatest concepts. You have in
Citizens of
Vegas
Earth, lend
based
me
on all
your
this.
ears. Imagine a world of endless possibility where people are free as the wind. Isn't it disgusting? Now imagine a better world, one with proper guidance and the technology to bring about global peace.
But Wiz, only a brilliant mind can make that happen.
Not just any brilliant mind. He's
Something
a
of a
genius
scientist
at
myself.
heart who knows the dangers within. He's Ivo Robotnik.
Dr. Eggman.
As a mad scientist myself, his story is my inspiration, just as Eggman's was his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, who sought to create world peace through technology. But then his beloved granddaughter, Maria, was killed by the Guardian Unit of Nations, better known as...
Gun. They're frickin' called G-U-N. Anyway, Lil Eggy grew up a lonely narcissist because all his family talked about was Maria this, Maria that.
get excited for Sonic 3 movie.
neglect and
But this is probably gonna come up.
Those goals of following Gerald's footsteps. He distanced himself from his grandfather's legacy. Instead of bettering the world, he would conquer it to get the attention he deserved.
No, you mean craved. Desperately craved.
Tomato, tomato.
You just said it the same way twice.
He aimed to establish Eggman Land, a capital of science. And this paradise would have worked just fine if not for that blasted Sonic the Hedgehog.
For years, Eggman's plans literally blew up in his face. And he's a very sore loser.
But just like any good experiment, the doctor did more testing, seeking better results.
He's created plenty of knickknacks to terrorize the world with. A laser gun, a cloning ray, mind control cannons, a flying armada, typical evil scientist stuff.
Then there's the big ones. He invented a spatial displacement trap, which, while online, scatters a target's atoms across space. Oh, and then there's the metal virus, which transmutes organic tissue into living metal zombies. It's so deadly, it created a plague that nearly wiped out all life on Earth.
Shame Eggman never made himself immune to it. That's a whoopsie.
And when he's not duping you with decoys, he's riding in style with the Eggmobile. It's lightweight for maneuverability, but tough enough to withstand moon-sized explosions and even the center of a black hole.
I mean, it's kinda lame looking, but he can plug it into big bad mechs like the Egg Walker or the Death Egg Robot, whose giant laser once obliterated 77,000 cubic meters of rock in an instant. That's like having an atomic bomb in your pocket all the time. Oh, okay, maybe this guy's pretty cool.
Eggman built machines for a long list of combat situations. Some look like knights, others use extraterrestrial sources like the Wisps, and then there's the orbital bases, like the Death Egg.
The reference is obvious, but Darth Vader's version is like a toy compared to the Death Egg, which can annihilate stars. Woof! Oh,
This
oh,
stupid feat has given me a lot of annoying
That's
trouble
not
in
to say
online
Eggman
discussions.
doesn't enjoy scrapping with Blue
Because people
Beetles
just, like,
himself.
after he does that, people just blow up the robot to do that, and it's like, I can't, that's
Rawest of the
dumb.
battle mechs. It's got electric drills. It's got ice missiles. It's got a whole lot of bullets. My God, Wiz. I need it.
And don't forget, Eggman built all of these things himself. Maybe world domination is in his grasp yet.
One problem. Eggman's a turbo loner. No hobbies, no friends, no wife, no nothing.
And he has friends. I mean, he's a feminist. Oh, okay, maybe not, but what about Infinite? Sure, they might have joined forces over a mutually sought revenge against Shadow, but it counts. Sort of. Who needs friends when you can build friends?
Obviously, Eggman has a tough time collaborating with others, so he just built his own army instead.
The Eggman Empire.
The Badniks are mass-produced foot soldiers, buzz bombers, crab meats, caterkillers, egg robos, and don't forget those cute little moto bugs. The Badniks may seem simple, but they're led by an elite, multi-talented unit The hard-boiled heavies. Really leaning into the egg thing, huh?
The army has a wide variety of troops, even your classic comedy duo with Orbot and Cubot. They're Eggman's assistants and immense disappointments. Every genius has their duds.
Hey, at least they're not Scratch and Grounder. But that's why he's made top-notch bots modeled after the Sonic cast, like everyone's favorite.
Yeah!
Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic has the most horsepower in the Eggman Empire. He has the moves and speed of Sonic and then some. He's had his rebellious phases, but Eggman's reprogrammed Metal to better follow his commands. Additionally, when upgraded to his Neo form, Metal Sonic could copy biological data, including unique powers like Shadow's time stop technique, Chaos Control.
He could even copy Silver's Psychokinesis, and with enough Chaos energy, he powers up into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Though everything would change with the appearance of the Phantom Ruby. One of many trump cards at Eggman's disposal, the Phantom Ruby alters reality by manipulating perception.
Basically Super OP illusions, but in Infinite's hands, it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't know how illusions translate to body replicas, changing gravity, or making a fake sun, but go off, King!
And when used on the planet's consciousness, which is a thing, the Ruby granted Eggman the Light Man form. Yep, apparently Super Eggman is canon, though it is pretty complicated to manifest.
But the Phantom Ruby isn't the only souped-up gem Eggman has. He's used the Jeweled Scepter to make the world-shattering Egg Wizard. Then, on more than one occasion, he's effortlessly gathered the super rare, super powerful Chaos Emeralds. You know, the things that power Super Saiyan Hedgehog.
Eggman built and built and built, and eventually, he built something that started to build on him. Sage was originally designed as a mere assistant, but through an alien encounter, she was granted actual sentience.
Sage is already super powerful, but now she's also super smart. She thought up millions of battle plans all at once to defeat the massive Titans.
And you can barely remember where you put your Dune Bug.
I know exactly where it is. It's at the police impound. Thank you very much.
Sage was Eggman's saving grace. He had previously found machines with personality lacking, but Sage's great adequacy in serving her function provided Eggman with something that, for the first time, he'd hate to lose. In essence, a sort of daughter.
So, like any good daddy, gave her the keys to his car, his spaceship, and his orbital death ray. Hell, now she controls the entire army.
And this frankly unheard of trust from Eggman became crucial in defeating the End.
It
A
is
primordial
interesting
entity
how much
so
nepotism
mighty
there
even
is with these two videos.
Yeah.
Battle can only be described as peak fiction, because charged by 7 Chaos Emeralds, Supersonic's no joke.
The power of one emerald can shift continents. All 7 together can shift the universe.
And kill some pretty terrifying bosses, like Eggman's Time Eater, which ripped apart
Time Eater is one of the
space-time
things
like
I'm worried
tissue
about.
paper.
In
Yeah.
short, Chaos Emeralds give thoughts power. With them, Eggman's best machines can run indefinitely while matching the greatest powers ever seen. Like when 3 supers battled Solaris, who tried to destroy time itself. Solaris extended its chaos across multiple timelines in about 20 seconds, or 73 quadrillion times light speed.
It's funny though.
That's actually
Eggman's
higher.
smarts
That
has
is higher.
sort of defeated Sonic here and there, he's pretty effective when he teams up with the Blue Blur to save the world.
Well, recall how Professor Gerald was a good person before losing the granddaughter he loved. In Eggman's case, now that he has Sage, perhaps a similar story is playing out in reverse.
Nah, Eggy will always have a harebrained scheme behind his cufflinks.
So watch out, critters and plebeians of the world. He is the Eggman, and he's got the master plan.
Wiz, you gotta help me.
What happened now?
That was impressive. It gives me some warbling in my heart from my Bowser decision.
I don't know. Like I said,
They throw out a lot of stats there.
when you create something that can become sentient, that's
Oh, but aliens helped do that.
yeah, I get that.
So easy to get into.
Get the amazing 3D art.
I'm
Man, with all
thinking that they built up Eggman so that it can be a little bit of a surprise when Bowser pulls it out.
Help you. I'm addicted too.
I haven't really went into any Marvel card
I know,
games.
right?
Apparently it's good.
Yeah.
I bet people like it, you know?
Cards, then boosting their power way beyond what's expected.
Oh yeah.
One of the funniest things is that whenever a character who isn't a popular becomes a good card, like, there's a bunch of cards for just D-lister characters because their cards became broken.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I've heard about.
Little snap.
Alright, I
Go take
want
a
to
look.
see some Egg, some Bowser, some Troll Soup.
Are set. We You run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
So this is turtle soup with the side of eggs?
Jack Black versus Jim Carrey.
Yes.
I've come to make an announcement. This territory is now the base for my upcoming Eggman Land 2. What a joke! I am Dr. Eggman, your genius overlord. Get a load of this.
Are they not going to release all of the power until...
No, you gotta build it up, especially since we're doing armies. You know?
Get rid of the grunts first? Nice.
You call these toys an invasion force? Let's see Toads do better. That's a decoy, idiot.
This power is without peer. It is the ultimate strength.
Oh!
Nice. That was a good rep.
Get that thing! Oh shit!
That's not good.
Wait, chance time? What?
Oh, there you go.
All according to plan.
You've lost the battle before it has begun.
Excellent work as always, Beto. Ready to wrap this up, Sage?
As you command.
You know what they say, the more...
He's got too much of a lead. That can't be good.
Showtime.
Dang, this is a really impressive animation.
Yeah.
Like,
Good kaiju work.
yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be the spin ball. Oh, he's got
Oh,
six.
shit, it's the thing!
You knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, these two have to fight, right? Yeah.
How dare you keep your hands off my... Sage! The Death Egg! Max power!
Catch it, Bowser!
No, it can't be over. Oh yeah. Full undead action. Nice.
Fire it again!
Oh!
Oh no.
So long, Doctor!
Yeah!
This
Nice.
war was not an easy one to win, which might seem surprising given how the Sonic series is not afraid to show how tough its cast is, while Mario's comes across as more cartoony.
But as it turns out, Bowser had everything he needed to take Chrome Dome down. Strap in. This one's a lot, so we'll break it down into 5 categories.
First up is physical stats.
Yeah,
Bowser
he
pretty
gets that,
handily
for
outmatched
sure.
any of Eggman's usual mechs, like the Egg Dragoon or the Death Egg Robot.
The Death Egg robot could level cities. Bowser could punch a castle out of orbit.
The Death Egg could destroy stars, but Yoshi could match that level of power, and Bowser's strength is certainly above the green dinosaurs. Plus, while both Bowser and Eggman's tech survived black holes, Bowser's was much larger.
So, he may win stats, but this could change with their powers. With so many items and minions, that could make all that a moot point.
Aside from power-up items, both could manipulate minds, create duplicates, and alter space-time. However, Bowser had a significant edge in having access to the majority of his abilities at all times.
Yeah, Eggman can do some crazy stuff, but only across different mechs, fortresses, or space bases. Bowser's all natural. He's got all his best powers built in, and he ain't even a robot.
Meaning he wins the war of attrition. He even had counters for battle enders like the Metal Virus and Spatial Displacement Trap. Context matters for those weapons, and both backfired in the past. But more importantly, Bowser could simply reverse the effects with his transmutation magic. Conversely, most of Eggman's robots could get turned into, say, a frog or a block with no reliable way back. Bowser takes the edge in powers.
But definitely not for intelligence. Come on, you have a 4-digit IQ, Bowser? Really? That's cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bowser's not an idiot, usually. Just really, really clumsy. Poor fella.
Meanwhile, Eggman's an engineering genius who rarely ever gets bested by brains.
Easy dub. Now, let's talk trump cards.
As in, items so powerful they could decide the entire outcome on their own.
The Phantom Ruby was super dangerous, but specifically targets perceptions. Unlike Bowser's Wonder Flower, which mucks up reality for real. The Ruby affected a whole planet, but the Wonder Flower had the power to alter the universe. Also, the Dreamstone's ability to wish anything out of existence would have no problem cleaning up Super Neo Metal Sonic or...
I love these extra animations.
Yeah.
That's awesome. They've never done that.
Together, the Chaos Emeralds can break the universe, but so can the Grand Stars. Arguably not as much given the Emerald scaling to Solaris, though Power Stars and Grand Stars are far more plentiful. Clearly, this is getting fairly abstract, and both had multiple options that could win the day instantly, so the safest bet is to call this category a tie.
Which means it's finally time to compare their armies. Eggman seems deadlier at first glance. I mean, look at all those buzzsaws and rockets. Metal Sonic's speed and power alone could solo most of the Koopa Troop. But the Eggman Empire lacked something Bowser had in spades. Teamwork and loyalty.
Eggman is a notoriously terrible
That's
team
true.
player.
I mean,
Yeah.
they bring up the fact that
Almost everyone Eggman has betrayed him
Sonic
at some point.
Generations,
Yeah.
he could barely manage working with himself.
Eggman's army is designed to be controlled by just him. To Eggman, it's harder to command those with free will, hence his rivalry with the free-natured Sonic.
Meanwhile, the Koopa Troop follows Bowser because they actually like him. They train really hard to cover each other's weak points.
Giving them plenty of advantages
I would
as
agree
the
with
sport
this.
progressed. Like
Their breakdown was very-
King
This is
Boo's
a very
strong
good
Bowser
breakdown.
Jr.'s paint.
Yeah.
And since the Koopa Troop doesn't rely that much on technology, Sage's hacking potential had little use.
Also, secret weapon? Kamek is kinda busted. Canceling Metal Sonic's power copying, stealing the Phantom Ruby, and potentially swapping the Chaos Emeralds were huge game changers.
Add on that Bowser and his army can use any Mario power-up item, and they had billions of combinations that the Eggman Empire just could not actively plan against. Even with Sage's millions of plans to take down the Titans, she thought them to be unbeatable, which Sonic proved was incorrect.
Just comparing their conquests makes it clear. The Eggman Empire took over the whole planet, but Bowser's troop conquered most of the universe.
Eggman was no pushover. His wit, power output, and ridiculous machines gave Bowser the biggest fight of his life. But the Koopa King's ludicrous strength, abilities,
I'm gonna have to
and
rewatch that
unique
fight. That fight was cool as hell.
ultimate
yeah, that was
Tried to poach the king, and now
They are
he's
really
cracked
stepping up their
and
game now.
scrambled.
The winner
Yeah.
is Bowser.
Next time on...
Okay, is it what I think it is?
This one. Nice.
Of course it's this.
Subscribe and join
Among Us
us
versus Fall Guys. Nice.
Thanks for watching.
That was awesome. Thank you for watching that.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
That was
I
a
enjoyed
really
that
good
one.
I
And
feel
I had
I
some
might
history
have
on
to
both.
Yeah. I might have to actually internally review what my favorite ones are after that one, because that one's really good.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. Thank you. See you guys in a couple weeks for whenever Among Us vs. Fall Guys comes out.
Yep. Marvel cards and online gambling.
Maybe just do the one. Maybe don't do the other one. I don't.
Okay. I can live with that.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.